everyone's talking rebuild. And I'm thinking, a rebuild? You have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. There's no rebuild. You're already going to be contenders just off of those two. And they go out and get Kemba Walker. And at first it was like, oh, you're giving all this money to this guy who's never played on a real team. Kemba Walker looks great. I couldn't be any more pleased with Kemba Walker. Love it. It's a testament to Brad Stevens and Danny Ainge and what they're able to do with limited money and limited resources and putting together a team that could beat any team in the NBA, and they've done it. They beat the best team in the East. We were there when we beat Milwaukee.
Paul Pierce was there on the sidelines,
we were all there. Me and Paul Pierce were, chumming it up.
I believe they were down 15 points in that game, down double digits. Storm back.
I live betted that game.
Okay.
It's all good, man. We're a tough team, and when you have to go in the Garden, good luck to you.
Good luck. Agree with those sentiments 100%. You know, this is the blue collar hard hat. This is what we wanted. You know,
this is the team that we wanted last year's team.
That we want. You know, and maybe a little bit less star power, but not so much. You know, because when you play the right way, you know, in terms of what we're seeing. Listen, guys, it's not, you know, making all stars. That means something. You know, and you got really two, and Jalen was close.
You
almost had three. Okay, and Hayward, don't sleep on him. You know, as he gets healthy, as he gets strong, this is a guy that was an all-star in the West.
Great start of the season.
You know,
great game last night.
You know, couple.
When one man goes down, he steps up every time.
You know, but yes, I have to agree 100%. You know, and if they get Capella, that we're talking, I think they can win it all, the whole thing. If they don't get Capella still, this is a team that's going to really challenge, you know, the Milwaukee's. And Drew, we see Philly's having some trouble right now. You know, the Miami Heat, you know, they're a good team. It's a good story, but they don't have the depth the Celtics have.
They don't have
you know, so, you know.
I like the Heat too.
You know, Indiana with the Oladipo back, you know, but at the same time, Drew, you know, and they're talking about moving Miles Turner. Talking about possibly moving Turner. So I think the Celtics with the continuity, you know, are right there at the top of the East, you know, and could make a run at the championship. Folks, as we wind it down, okay, because these guys got things to do. They've been working hard. They've been putting the hours in. We can't take all their time up. We're thankful for some of their time. But Drew, you just broke, there's some breaking news involving the Red Sox, you know, in terms of a significant deal. This show is going to be coming out in the weekend, so you folks are going to be been hearing about this. But this is major right now in terms of a play that could be possibly worth
10 minutes ago.
Okay, 10 minutes ago. We're talking about a guy, and you know what I'm talking about, boy. There's Mookie Betts. There's only one name in the Red Sox who could be worth $400 million. Okay, and we know now the Red Sox have made a move. Drew, can you let the people know?
What I'm seeing, Mookie Betts, David Price, they're out. It's unforeseen what we're going to get back.
Okay.
But regardless, it's the move that everyone has been talking about and seeing is going to happen and whatnot, and everyone has their opinions about it. Until we see what we get, I guess it's a little premature to say, but regardless, we got other boys that can play. He's one of the trend-sending talents of our time. That's great, but sometimes that's just the way that the cookie crumbles, you know? I'd love to have him.
We got to see him win a World Series in LA.
We were there.
We watched his last game in a Red Sox uniform.
In the building, folks. They were there for that contest.
Were we there? We were there for the last game of the year. So if he is gone, we were there for his last game. We were there for his last championship.
The last championship.
So it's all good. You know, he did it. He did his thing. He's disgusting, but you know what? There was no other way. The Red Sox honestly boxed themselves into this corner. But it is what it is, and there's no going back now. And I mean, they have a great team around. You get rid of David Price's giant contract, which honestly he's not getting any younger, not getting any better. It's all good. I think it's good for the Red Sox in the long run. It's one player and you're gonna get a lot of shit for him.
Gotta agree 100%. Even if, you know, and baseball's obviously dealing with a scandal, you know, of which, you know, Alex Cora, you know, is a principal you know, component, so he's not in Boston right now. I'm not throwing shade, but you know, I bring that up only to say it's time for the Red Sox to blow it up and start new. You know, you don't have the same manager, you know, and you have Mookie. So what I'm saying is that even if Alex, we didn't have this, you know, Mookie has not committed to Boston in any way, shape, or form. You know, and what is the alternative for the Red Sox if he plays the entire next season? You know, it seems similar. Mookie, personality-wise, is night and day from Kyrie. He seems to be more of a go along, get along, you know, kind of good, you know. Whereas Kyrie, you know, walks to the beat of his own drum, you know. But at the same time, you know, in terms of their commitment financially on the dotted line, it's the same, you know. And if you go into free agency with no guarantee, you could lose a Mookie Betts who's top 3, 5 in the league and get nothing.
Yeah, might as well get something for him.
So even if the team was intact and we're dealing with all these things off the field, based on Mookie's posture, I think the Red Sox would have been right, but with what they're dealing with, don't have a manager, that team, that group that was outstanding, that era ended kind of abruptly after 2 years. So I think
we got our ring.
Yes.
And I see people comparing it to like Ricky Henderson when he got traded. It's like you make trades so you can get a guy like Ricky Henderson, and now they're dealing him out. But it's like different circumstances happen. This is the Red Sox. Here they are. You can't look at all this nonsense. It's time. It was time. They have no other choice. So go out. You get some little pieces. Their farm system was already depleted from, Dombrowski. That's what he does. He depletes the whole farm system, and that's his thing. So we get some farm people back. It's not like Xander Bogaerts isn't gonna crack 30 home runs. It's not like Mikey Chavis isn't coming up. It's not like Rafael Devers isn't like a top 5 young player.
And we still got years.
Benintendi's there. We got plenty of people, and we just got rid of a giant contract in David Price. And I think it's a good thing, and I think if we watch this video 2 years from now, we're going to be happy that this went down.
I gotta agree. Concluding thoughts, guys. We're appreciative to be here. Concluding thoughts. What you want to say to the people? Let them know. All right. This is our show. It's not mine. This is a group project. Okay, we wouldn't have SandCity Sports without Drew, without Zach. This is basically what we were doing years ago. When we kind of hatched the idea. So we're happy to have built it up. But this is the foundation, folks. So happy to be here, guys. You have anything to say in conclusion?
I'll let you go.
Go Pats.
Indeed, to the point.
Go Celtics.
Go P's, go B's, go C's.
Go Sox.
Go Sox, obviously. Obviously, I'm gonna throw a cheers up to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace.
Thank you for remembering. Yes.
Rest in peace to him. It was a terrible tragedy, but the outpour of love and support to him and from all communities in all walks of life has been a refreshing sight to see. It brought a lot of people together that never would have been brought together through anything else. So it's a nice thing to see.
Agree 1,000%. Okay, that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We're live at Pizza One Subs 2. We will be back. Okay, thanks a lot. Happy to be here.
Yes, we piece of souls do sedate ourselves. Just a number's pain we feel. Yes, at times we do hate ourselves, but each day we try to retake ourselves. So yes, we piece of souls do sedate ourselves. Just a number's pain we feel. Yes, at times we do hate ourselves, but each day we try to embrace ourselves. Yeah.